All right, welcome to Shelter in Place Cocktails with Nathan. I think that had a better ring to it. I mean, Shelter in Place doesn't, but Sip Cocktails with Nathan does. So for today, we're going to make a salt and pepper martini. Now, fun fact, it's probably not really a martini, just because it's in a martini glass, but champagne, sparkling wine isn't champagne unless it comes from the Champagne region. So for today's drink, you can do it with either gin or vodka. I'm going to use vodka because I used gin last time and because I like vodka. But this is 2 parts vodka, 1.5 part lemon grapefruit juice, 1 part simple syrup, a couple dashes of Angostura bitters, couple dashes of bitters. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is let's squeeze our lemons into the mix. So we're going to make 2 cocktails, me and my wife. So we're going to do 1.5 ounces of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And I never used to use these things. I think they're called jiggers. When I was a young man, because I think I just thought more alcohol was better. But I think as I've gotten older and I'd like to pretend more mature, I think the flavor is better if you get the ratios right. So if you've never used a jigger, I would recommend trying one. They're quite simply got the 1 ounce on this side and the 2 ounce on this side. Now I'm making 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. I'm not going to fill it quite all the way up. I thought about pre-squeezing the lemons, but I figured you guys like the weird faces I make squeezing them by hand. Alright, so 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. Now the grapefruit, I definitely don't know how to cut it. Someone told me that the grapefruit is 75% juice and will make 9 cups of juice for 1 grapefruit. I have not fact checked that, so I'm going to have to run that through the fact checker. Although I did also hear that grapefruit was originally found in Barbados, and it was called the forbidden fruit, which I'm not super sure, but I thought that that's what they called the apple in the Garden of Eden. So I don't know if anyone got kicked out of Barbados for eating the grapefruit, but according to the internet, almost all the grapefruits that you and I eat, including probably this one, come from Florida now. I used to live in Florida and met my wife in Florida and have a lot of friends from Florida. Strangely, none of us ever had grapefruit. And unrelated to cocktails or COVID, if you take the grapefruit, put brown sugar on it, and then light it on fire, it makes a nice brulee on the top, which is fun. I mean, got nothing to do with drinks, but maybe that can be the next one. Maybe if this gets boring, the YouTube show can be Nathan catches things on fire. Okay, so 1.5 ounces of grapefruit juice. Okay, we're going to do 2 ounces of vodka, actually 4 ounces of vodka total, 2 per drink. I'm using Tito's. For those of you who have not had Tito's, it is a nice clean vodka. Apparently it's handmade, which I don't really know what that means. I don't necessarily understand how you would hand make an alcohol, nor do I know what the opposite of handmade or machine-made alcohol would be like. But this is made in Austin, Texas, and it's really lovely. And in the old days, meaning like 8 years ago, it was pretty reasonably priced. Friends of ours, Ovi and Michelle, had us over one time and gave me the vodka and asked me to guess what it was. And I thought that it was not Grey Goose. I thought that it was, I forgot what kind, but it's a really clean vodka, and I definitely didn't feel like it was like $14 a bottle, which it was. Now, of course, everyone loves it and it's expensive. All right, a couple dashes of bitters. 1, 2, we'll go 3 for fun. And now we're ready to mix. All right. I don't know if I mentioned this. The name of this is a salt and pepper martini. So we're probably wondering where the salt and pepper comes from. And on this one, we are going to salt the rim and we're going to pepper the top. And the first time, or I guess the only time I've ever had this was in Whitefish, Montana. We were there for 4th of July and we found this this great little distillery. It was called maybe Little Brown Bear. I forgot exactly what it was called, but they had a distillery, and on the cocktail menu they had fun cocktails like the salt and pepper martini, stuff with jalapenos, and then they also had a lovely homemade coffee liqueur that they made, which we did get some of that. But this is the first time trying the salt and pepper martini since then, so I'm going to salt the rims. And I don't know if you saw that, but I take a little grapefruit and put it around the top to get that wet. And then I rolled that just in some kosher salt. Where is my thing? Okay, as you might have heard me say before, I don't normally double strain, but lately I'm a double strainer, so here goes. So pour that in. Strain out all the pulp. Benefit of using the fresh fruit is it's wonderful. The downside is you get pulp, but the double strain will stop that. All right, and then the last touch on the salt and pepper martini is a little dash of fresh cracked pepper on the top. Counteract the tart and sweet. And then, for fun, I'm going to taste it. See how the sip is. Oh, it's lovely. All right, that's it. Salt and pepper martini.